Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Sorry, I'm all there, you beautiful bastards. It is still, in fact, a weird name. Let's be honest. Massachusetts is whack. Anyway, let's go to the general store. What can we buy here?
Good day, sir. Yeah, come in.
Oh yeah, how are you? Sell? No, I have no items to sell. Fire. Oh, flintlock pistol. $2,000. Does it look like I made a money man? I just spent all my money for a normal sword and a normal flintlock pistol. Fucking $2,000 for a pistol in America should be free. How dare you?
French commander de Jumonville is killed in the raid.
Hold R1 to open the weapon wheel. Yeah. And then you have the quick slot there. Okay. Okay. Radio.
One, Samuel Adams of Boston.
What is this? Daniel Hall? Don't let the French spelling confuse you. The name of this building is pronounced Fanul or Fennel. Fennel, okay. Getting it wrong is a good way to indicate you're not from around here. But it's also a great way of proving you're not French. Damn it. Which, in my experience, is a real boon. Also, if you want to pass as as a local, you should take a good look at the weather vane. Weather vane, yes. It's a Boston landmark. Legend has it that in the War of 1812, suspected spies were asked what was on top of the Fennel Hall. Only a true local would be able to say it was a grasshopper. The building was named after Peter Fennel, the local merchant who paid to build it. It was meant as a place for local farmers to sell their goods so their carts would stop crowding the streets, and also so you didn't have to walk near farmers. That's so funny. However, it's the meeting hall on the second floor which gives the building its nickname, the Cradle of Liberty. That's rather ostentatious, and dare I say, American as a nickname, but it's not incorrect. Inaccurate. That was incorrect to say. People met here to protest the Stamp Act. The first anti-tea tax meetings were also held here. Anti-British meetings occasionally drew crowds so large the building couldn't even hold them. At which point they all went to the Old South Meeting Hall. During the siege of Boston, the meeting hall here was made over into a theater. Since plays of any kind were banned in Boston under ordinary circumstances, something I think should still be a law, actually. This is yet another example of the British loyalists sticking it to the rebels. The rebel scum. Well, whoops. Let's see. Does it actually have a grasshopper up top? I mean, Ubisoft, for all their flaws, they're usually good at, getting details in their stuff right. If it doesn't have a grasshopper, that's it. I'm quitting the game. Ugh. Quitting the game before I even get to Connor. Ally lost. Doesn't even have a weather vane. So I guess yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, yes. Well, I didn't see no weather vane. Might be blind. Sorry. Ate a little bit and you're having the burps. Oh,
We ride for the Green Dragon Tavern.
it-
The proprietors are
oh.
eccentric, but the rooms are spacious and they do not cry.
Okay.
In the Ohio country.
Okay. Learning the
Have you been
controls
told
still.
why it is I've come to Boston?
No, Master Birch said I should know only as much as you saw fit to share. He sent me a list of names and bade me ensure you could find them.
And have you had any luck with that?
Aye. William Johnson waits for us at the Green Dragon.
How well do you know him?
The Green Dragon, you
But
say?
he saw the order's mark and did not hesitate to come.
Prove yourself loyal to our cause. And you may yet know our plans as well.
I
Oh.
should like nothing more, sir.
Can you jump into that? If I was to jump on that, could you? I bet you could. That looks like a thing you could do. Excuse me. Important man coming through. Excuse me, sorry. The Green Dragon Tavern. This tavern is sometimes called the headquarters of the Revolution, though I imagine when it is, they pronounce it headquarterish of the Revolution. Funny. Becoming overthrow because overthrowing the government in a pub is thirsty work. It was a popular place for people like Paul Revere and Samuel Adams to sit with their friends and plot. Up until 1754, the tavern was owned by William Douglas. When he died, his property was left to his daughter, Catherine Carr, and his nephew, Cornelius Douglas. They divided their inheritance equally, and it seems got along famously. The Freemasons, oh God, bought the tavern in 1766 and renamed it the Freemasons' Arms, which didn't actually stick because the sign above the door was still a green dragon. Freemasons, the secret society everyone knows about, let's get a pub where we can meet in complete secret and no one will ever know. Brilliant! What should we call it? How about the Freemason Arms? Yeah, pretty good. Legend has it that Paul Revere's ride was planned here, but that's unlikely. By 1774, Revere had been warned that the British were listening in on his meetings and they had therefore stopped making super-secret plans in public where anyone could hear them. Someone tell the Masons. You know where to find them. New weapons at shop. The French rapier. The hanger sword. Wait a minute. The light cavalry saber. Is that a page? Huh? Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't want to go too far out. We're gonna fail the mission again, I think. So we're just gonna, do this.
You lying, cheating, no good son of a bitch.
Oh,
Perhaps it's not a bad
Scottish.
time.
Oh, don't be foolish, dearies. Please, sit. Fancy something to eat? A drink, perhaps? Or is it a bed you require?
We've
Huh?
already let rooms here.
Hey, you were already kind of
yes.
flirting.
Of course. Masters Lee and Kenway, was it? I'll have your bags brought up. Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
And maybe a nice stiff drink.
This way.
Almanacs. Chase the almanac page to collect it. Well, I'll do that at some point. The almanac page is lost. Come back later to find it again. New email received. God.
Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest.
Oh, and an Irishman.
I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles,
Sir,
we'd best be off.
of course.
Well, before I do that, let me read about you. William Johnson, born 1715. William Johnson was a land speculator and Britain's principal treaty negotiator with the indigenous peoples in the northern part of the colonies, particularly the Iroquois. that tribe. Johnson was born in Ireland. Really? I couldn't tell. But moved to the colonies in 1738 to look after his uncle's property on the Mohawk River. However, it wasn't long before Johnson branched out into business for himself, acquiring property on the opposite side of the river and setting up a sawmill and trading post, which he named Mount Johnson. Very humble he is. Which, to me, always sounds like mating instructions from a caveman. Okay, Sean, my God, dirty mind. Mount Johnson. Oh, yeah. Mount Johnson, yeah. What? In 1743, he moved to even larger parcel of land, which he named Fort Johnson. He may have been an excellent businessman, but it's possible he lacked an imagination. I would agree. Johnson befriended the indigenous peoples in the area, particularly the look, they'll say it later on because I think this is the tribe that, Connor's from, so whose language he learned. His respect for their customs helped him rise to prominence as a liaison between the peoples and the British government. Johnson was named Superintendent of Indian Affairs in 1756. As a contact who knows the lands of its people, he probably is best, you'll find. It's always good to, have an Irishman totally freaking, you know, speak to people who may not be fully educated on the language. Because, when Irish people get going, they can, it's kind of hard to understand them. So then, you have the Native Americans trying to understand English for how complex it is. And then you have an Irish accent on top of that? That's a horrible choice. Anyway, Thomas Hickey, a birth date unknown. Thomas Hickey was an Irish-born member of the British Army. He arrived in Boston in 1752, but it wasn't long before he was assigned to William Johnson's personal guard, apparently at Johnson's request. Goddamn Irish sticking together. Frickin' goddamn loyalists. Anyway, possibly because their families were connected in Ireland. Or maybe he found the name Hickey funny. Then the record isn't clear. Hickey served under Johnson during the French and Indian War, but then left the army after being written up several times for disorderly conduct. After 1760, Hickey disappears from the historical record for several years. I do, however, have several mentions of William Johnson's household accounts of payments made to T.H. It's possible Hickey was working for him as a spy. If so, he should really have developed some tougher codes to crack. Well, this was back in the day, so.
Tell me about yourself, William.
What's to tell? I was born in Ireland to Catholic parents, which I learnt early in life severely limited my opportunities. So I converted to Protestantism and journeyed here at the behest of my uncle.
The
But I hear my
behest.
Uncle Peter was not the swiftest of men. He sought to open trade with the
Peter
Conde
Johnson?
but chose to build his settlement away from the trade routes instead of on
Really
them.
good name.
I tried to reason with the man, but as I said, not the swiftest. So I took what little money I'd earned and bought my own little plot of land. I built a home, a farm, a store, and a mill. Humble beginnings, but well situated, which made all the difference.
So this is how you came to know the Mohawk?
Indeed, and it has proved a valuable relationship.
But still no mention from your contacts of the precursor site? No hidden temple or ancient constructs?
Yes and no. Which is to say, they have their fair share of sacred sites. Earthen mounds, forest clearings, hidden caves, but nothing matching what you describe. No strange metals, no odd glows.
It is well hidden.
Even to them, it seems. But cheer up, my friend. You'll have your precursor treasure. I swear it.
To our success, then.
And soon.
Is there more for you to say?
Should not be much longer.
Okay. Oh man, look at this room. Very nice. I got a chair, a bed, a dresser, and most importantly, a candle. That will be $500. What the hell? This guy gets a barrel? I'm sorry. Okay, he deserves the barrel. My God. Okay. I won't complain. $500 for that room, very fair. That one might be 1,000 for the barrel. Freaking hell, she reacted fast. I just looked in and like, hey, what are you doing? Pushed me down like I was a sack of potatoes. Ah, hey, wow. We met you pretty fast.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy.
Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
We don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. We'll have the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
Yes, okay. Where's that? Kill mercenaries using firearms.
Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
Luckily, no one heard that. Because they're, you know, shooting right now.
Go on now, before you make us mad.
Musket?
Clear off.
Might as well have it.
You two, clear off.
Hold on, gotta reload.
So much for the element of surprise.
Well, I'm sorry they were in my way. Hold on, gents. Hold on. Don't you dare do it. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, the spikes, they hurt. Oh. Oh.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
What now?
We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them. On with the show then.
Hold on. Let me reload. You know, muskets back in the day. Freaking took a while to reload. And flintlocks and guns in general took a while to reload.
Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all.
Oh. Oh.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Oh. Hold on. Oh.
Your kind has no need for books and
Your
maps. What put you up
kind?
to this?
Jesus,
Never
Hatham.
seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't? They'll know.
Atham! This one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
Oh, losing.
Back to the Green Dragon then. I need a drink.
Oh, well, that's not good. That means we're going to get into a little bit of a scuffle.
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
Oh, I missed. Well, that's great.
Look at those badgers running around all up with his shop.
Could you reload, Hatham, for God's sake?
bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something.
Hold on. He's got a point. Ah, look at all this money I'm getting. Oh, yeah, so much money. Pick that up. Wait, guys. I'm coming. Uh-oh. Reflex shot. Hold on. I gotta reload. Gotta reload. Hold on. Thank you. Oh, wait. Hold on.
I hope whatever's in this chest is worth it.
Come on now. It's just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
What are you concerned with then? Okay. We're stuck going their speed. What happens if I just, do this ahead of time? Because... hold on. Oh, stop it.
A little help, please.
I'm coming.
Stop them, Thomas.
He's a chef, boss.
Reflex shot. Oh. Hold on, let me reload. Yes. You take your shot first, yes. Reflex. Riveting. Very riveting. Thank you for waiting.
That seems to be the last of them.
I need to loot some people. I'm low on ammo. Can you hear that? Can you hear me patting? Not sure. Yes. Good.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
Yes, yes.
There you are.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Kanyan
Can you trace it
Gahaha.
to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
Gahanin. Whatever.
With my research returned,
That's a hell of a frickin' name.
let me see what I can do. Thomas,
Oh,
What?
rent yourself a room. And a bath as well.
well, that's a hell of a
Will be
thing to
here
tell
for a while.
someone. Whew, rent yourself a bath as well. I'm choking. Oh, 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 God, yes, full synchronization.
I'll let you know as soon as I have something.
Okay. Fucking, what the hell is in that chest? Just a sea of blood? You just full on blood? Okay, okay. No, I can't talk to you. Okay. See, and like, do I go out and do this stuff? There's someone to talk to here, apparently. I don't know how much this, you know, carries over to Connor when we get to him. Fucking board game, never playing that again. Ah, got the page. Oh, yep, see, it is a hay bale. Look at that. Whoops. I guess we can go over there. I don't know what these letters do. They didn't really do anything. The one I collected, it seemed. What? Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Whoops. What the hell is this? Zoo. Zoo. Vigilantes. Huh? What the hell is this guy doing? Standing on... I guess maybe he's selling his wares or something. Sorry, guys. What the hell is the symbol of? Oh, I'm blending in. Oh. So I think the vigilantes are the people I can like pay to, fight enemies if I want. Ah, Benjamin Franklin.
Hello again.
More almanac pages?
Not quite. It's a treatise, actually.
Treatise?
Concerning what?
Are you going to
The
treat us to
benefits
this
of taking an
treatise?
older woman as a lover.
Really?
What?
This I'd like to hear.
First and most obvious, they're wiser. And so this makes for far more stimulating conversation. Makes other things more stimulating as well, but more on that in a moment.
All right. Your argument for experience makes some sense.
Second, when beauty fades, women must improve their utility, lest they be discarded and forgotten. Rare is an old woman who is not also kind, compassionate, and good.
And good?
That's something
Good?
of a generalization.
What do you mean by
But
good?
also true. Now, on to the third. Older women cannot conceive, which means one
What?
less thing over which to fret. In fact, you also decrease the chance of acquiring something like the French pox, its presence clearly visible, or
I'm
the
pretty
woman
sure old
dead.
women still can conceive.
Should one desire a child?
Then make a young woman your wife. Let the older one be a mistress. And
Oh.
that brings me to my fourth point. With age comes prudence. An older woman is less likely to reveal your indiscretions.
Yes. I suppose you know quite a bit about that.
And proud of it, thank you. As to the fifth reason, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms. The lower parts continuing to the last as plump as ever, so that covering all above with a basket, and regarding only what is below the girdle, It is impossible of two women to know an old from a young one. And as in the dark all cats are gray, the pleasure of corporal enjoyment with an old woman is at least equal and frequently superior. Every knack being by practice capable of improvement.
You mad bastard.
Well, it's true, and believe me, I should know. I've sampled a great many. You should try
Sampled?
one as well. Like a fine wine, they only improve with age. Although I suppose if left unattended too long, some have a tendency to sour. And that, my friend, is a most unpleasant experience. Better to work in a field often plowed, you know?
What?
Is there more?
Indeed, indeed. The sixth is this: the sin is less. To take a maidenhead is a great responsibility. Mishandled, it can ruin lives. No such risk with an older woman. And this implies the seventh. Younger women are more given to compunction. Anxiety and unease are not present in the more aged and experienced. And as to the last of my reasons, well, it's really quite simple. Older women are so very grateful for the attention.
You make a compelling argument, Mr. Franklin. I might just have to run a few tests myself.
What?
I highly recommend it.
What the hell was that conversation? My God.
I owe you a great thanks, by the way.
What for?
Speaking with me. You see, I have very few friends in Boston these days.
And what did you do?
Probably
to
because
earn
you had
their
sex with
ire?
all their wives.
Started with a cartoon I drew, suggesting unification. How else can we hope to withstand the French menace? I proposed something similar at the Albany conference as well, and it ruffled quite a few feathers. See, I've begun to wonder if Parliament best serves our interests. The colonies might be better off independent and autonomous. Most of my peers, however, haven't taken kindly to the suggestion.
Are things truly so bad under the Crown?
But you've answered your own question. Under. Why under? It should be side by side. Does France reside beneath Britain? Do the Italians, the Prussians, the Spanish? No. Sure, they may disagree from time to time, even come to blows, but they stand on equal ground. And we should as well.
Are the colonies not simply an extension of the kingdom, though? Another borough, if you will?
No, we are not. We've evolved into something else, something distinct.
I suppose it's only natural to desire parity. We leave behind our parents, our childhoods, our homes, and seek to find a place in the world. If it's true for a person, why not a nation?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Interesting.
Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Please, don't let me keep you from your work.
Yes. That talk about sex with older women took up a lot of time that I actually, didn't want.
Can't talk right now, I'm afraid.
To business.
Sir, I heard you had better swords. I can only use the French repair. Never mind. I have to find the crafting recipe. Lincoln's sword. A replica. But that doesn't even make sense. I should have this from the Ubisoft Club. Maybe you're not allowed to have it just yet, but consumables, smoke bomb, whatever. Like, there should be a... Yeah. Can't really get these outfits yet for some reason. Okay, well that was, do I dare say interesting? Fascinating? God damn it. Enlightening conversation? I guess we'll just to this last letter. And then we'll get out of the Animus and then freaking read that new email. Oh, and before the old State House, though, we gotta read about this. This building housed the Massachusetts government from 1713 to 1798. Before the Revolution, that would have met the governor, his advisors, and the elected assembly. Of course, by elected, I mean elected by white male property owners, since they were the only people that had the right to vote. The assembly also had rather limited power. The governor had a veto over anything they decided, and on occasion dissolved the assembly when they didn't vote his way. Less a governor, more a dictator. In 1767, a gallery was installed above the meeting floor here so the general public could watch their legislator at work. This was a very novel idea at the time. Of course, some of the representatives probably regretted that decision later, when crowds used the area to heckle those who voted pro-British. Then again, perhaps that was the point all along. The government moved out of the building to a bigger space in 1798, and the old building was turned over to the merchants, including a wine cellar and a wig maker, making it the colonial equivalent of a shopping mall, though one that mainly dealt in wine and wigs. Funny guy, funny guy, Sean is. The old meeting house. The bells in this church rang out in the hours leading up to the Boston Massacre, as crowds were gathering to taunt the soldiers in front of the State House. In Boston at the time, church bells were rung when there was a fire, so people ran into the streets to see what was happening. That swelled the crowd, making tensions between the people and the British soldiers that much worse. It ended, of course, with the soldiers firing into the crowd, killing 5 people. And this concludes our lesson on how church bells could be used to incite riots in colonial America. Oh, $500. That was a riveting side mission. Jump, jump. Anyway, I guess we'll get back to frickin' where we were. The Green Dragon. The orphans? Who cares about orphans? Am I right? And then we'll head out of the Animus and frickin' read that new email. And then I guess we'll call it a day because my god, it's already been an hour. Excuse me, sorry. Wait for it to save. Okay. Uh, out we go. Oh, oh, so dark.
Sorry, Desmond. Little busy right now. Let's talk later.
Okay. Uh, there's no new emails. I see no new emails. Unless, eh? I was lied to.
Stop wasting time.
Okay. Thanks, Dad. Such warmth I get from you.
I'm working right now. All the visual clues are here.
Okay, I guess I go screw myself. I'll lay down on this cold, hard rock. It'll break my back. Look at this. So I guess, you know what? We'll have time for one more mission. Maybe. Maybe we'll unlock synchronization points. Okay, it did not save when I entered. I thought it would have, but no. See, look, it does look like I can talk to frickin' Hickey here. Like, oh.
Any news?
Whispers of things. Nothing solid at the moment. I know you're looking for word of anything out of the ordinary. Dealing with temples and spirits and ancient times and whatnot. But, so far, can't say my boys have heard much.
No trinkets or artifacts being moved through your... shadow market?
Nothing new. Couple of ill-gotten
Nothing.
weapons, some jewelry likely lifted from a living thing. But you said to listen for talk of glows and ums and strange sights, right? And I ain't heard nothing about that.
Keep at it.
Oh, I will. You done me a great service, mister. And I fully intend to repay my debt. Thricefold, if it pleases.
Thank you, Thomas.
Place to sleep and meal to eat is thanks enough. Don't you worry. I'll get you sorted soon.
Oh, thanks, Thomas.
When I know something, you'll know something.
I hope you're right, Hatham.
Oh, okay. Charles? Next on the list. Who is
Good
it?
evening, gentlemen.
Oh, very charming.
Oh,
Oh.
peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Perfect time.
Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink.
How fares the search?
Maths and maps are not
Is
cutting it.
Charles supposed to be just
Have you lost
facing the
contact?
complete opposite
We
way?
need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I've an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
What the?
Do you know
Oh.
where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Church will. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your
Benjamin
list.
Church.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Okay, Charles, you don't need to look at that. He gazed a little too long.
Got no office to give at current. When I do, you'll be the first to hear it.
Do you like it here, Charles?
There's a certain charm to Boston, I suppose. To all of the colonies, really. Granted, their cities have none of London's sophistication or splendor, but the people are earnest and hardworking. They've a pioneer spirit I find compelling.
It's quite something, really, watching a place that's finally found its feet.
Has it, though? The French still wage war from up north, and I fear the Spanish have designs upon this place as well. Is this a new world, or just another battlefield?
Ah, that's a story old as time itself, and one that's not like to change. We're cruel and desperate creatures, set in our conquering ways. The Saxons and the Franks, the Ottomans and Safavids. I could go on for hours. The whole of human history is but a series of conflicts and subjugations. A desire for more and more and more.
I pray one day we rise above it.
Whilst you pray, I'll act. We'll see who finds success first, hmm?
It was an expression.
Aye, and a dangerous one. Words have power. Wield them wisely.
Is Hatham a bit of a non-religious type?
I've some work I should finish. Let us speak later.
I mean, that's kind of big for back in the day, right? I feel like there wasn't many people who didn't believe. Granted, didn't they, like Thomas Jefferson and John Adams and a couple other founding fathers, they weren't particularly religious. But anyway, I guess we'll call it a day on another chimney. I hope you enjoyed this episode, you beautiful bastards. And maybe the next one we'll see some more action. I feel like we haven't really done a lot, but we are still like setting up. So yeah. Bye-bye.